All right, folks, and we're back with our semifinal match here between Linda Shea. We'll get the screen updated for you momentarily. Linda Shea at the table now, winning the lag. Race to 5. Our semifinal match here, looking to go to the finals against Tina Malm. But Linda Shea's opponent this match, from last match on this table, Briana Miller.
All right, everybody, it's Frank. I'm back. You guys had Alyssa for a little bit and Ed most of the night. Had to hand out some envelopes. All right, this is our third place matchup here. Linda versus Briana. Winner of this goes to play on Tina. Goes to play against Tina in the finals. Who's up here in the stream with us?
All right, folks, I'm back here. Thank you for holding it down, Frank.
No problem.
How are you holding up?
Going on hour 17.
Should be all right. 17? Come on. Derby City Classic, I did 29 hours straight
Yeah,
at the end of 12 days. Is nothing. You young bucks, man, I'm telling you. All right, here we are. Briana Miller at the table looking for An escape route. Looking at 2 rails at the 4 ball. Gets out of the way nicely. Does she catch?
No.
Nope, just misses it. Does not catch it on the way down. Ball in hand, going to Linda Shea now.
So one of the good things that we had is earlier this week on Monday, I bought a U.S. Open spot for PA Pro-Am. And the top 4 people in every one of my tournaments get put into that side tournament for that spot. So Linda's automatically qualified because she's top 4. Briana, Tina Malm, and Nicole that just got knocked out. She's qualified in the tournament also.
Wow, that's excellent. That's awesome to have that as a prize. Now, they're sold out already. Right?
Yeah.
So you were able to lock that up in time.
I got it. Like 11:01, I got it. Yeah. 5 minutes. That's fine. Yeah. You took a second.
All right, Briana back to the table now. Long, thin cut on the 6 if she wants to play it. I don't see why not. It does pass clearly by the 8 ball without any problems. And it'll be a long 3-rail position for the 7 ball naturally.
So to answer your question,
Oh, no. Straight into the side pocket from there? That was odd.
I had an email notification that it was going to go on sale, so I made sure I picked it up right away. So.
All right, sorry about that, Frank. You were saying about the sellout spot? You got an email notification?
So it sold out. Like I got it like 11:01. I got a notification like 2 hours later. It was sold out already.
Nice.
Matchroom. There's a little debate between me and Matchroom now because Matchroom wants me to give them a name already. Basically, it's trying to say it's non-transferable, but doesn't say anywhere on their player contract that it is.
Yeah.
So I wrote them an email. I'm just waiting to get some clarification for them.
I'll try to be as cordial and diplomatic as possible. I held a Matchroom points event twice.
Okay.
And I don't have any interest in working with Matchroom.
Never again. Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately. There's a lot of politics and nepotism behind the scenes, which I'm not trying to blast them in any which way. They do a great job. Beautiful promotion company, beautiful production, beautiful marketing. They're learning the game of pool, and there's certain things you just have to understand that we have a certain culture here where we do reserve spots for other events, and if they want to tag their logo on your event that you put time into, that you put money into, that they don't, the least they could do is extend the courtesy of having an open name on a ticket.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel. Again, not to blast them, just giving my personal experience and opinion.
I wrote to them, and I basically told them, like, there's nowhere on your player contract that says I can't do this, and I'm not even making any monetary gain. Like, I'm giving it away completely free.
Right.
So
Exactly.
I'm not. They got their money from me, no problem, and I'm not asking for money back from anybody else. So there should be no reason why I can't give my spot that I bought to someone else.
My reply to that will be set off the air.
Yeah,
There's a lot of things.
I understand.
And this is after years of hearing things, seeing things, but now experiencing them firsthand. I take things with a grain of salt until you prove yourself one way or the other.
Yeah,
And we just disagree on business practices. Let's put it that way.
yeah, that happens. But
Nice solid shot from Linda Shea there.
my fix to my players, if that does happen where they won't let me take the spot, then those same players that are in that tournament will get free entry into my state championship.
There you go. State championship's probably better than U.S. Open anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
They'll have more. They'll actually have more opportunities
exactly.
to make money in a local event over just saying, "Hey, I donated to the U.S. Open."
And if it works out that my state championships also get recognized as a major title, it adds a lot of prestige to their resume.
Right. Exactly. Nice little back and forth. Good speed. Nice angle on the 7 ball here. Let's bring the cue ball back to center table. He doesn't have the most desirable angle on this 8 ball. But once again, shooting low, going over to the long rail on the left side of your screen and back out. Going back. Okay, she was straighter than I thought. She could just draw straight back. Wow.
Pretty good.
I thought she had a lot more angle than what it looked like from my personal vantage point. Well, a little bit of a stretcher on this one. She's grabbing the back end of the cue. Completely stretched out. Let's see if it affects her. Nope. She's in position. Splits the pocket with a 9 ball. Good speed. Nice and smooth delivery. And now Briana Miller goes up 2-0 over Linda Shea.
I'm not gonna stay anywhere I want, but I'm saying you can take it now if you want. Nothing. I'm fine. You can take it. I know you like donuts. Not a big deal.
No, take a 5-minute.
All right, folks, we're back. Back with you here. see, Briana here with an open look at the 2 ball. Nothing too promising. I like a safety behind the 5 ball with the cue ball here if possible. Or vice versa, put the 2 in that direction by the 5 and send the cue ball up table by the 4 and 3. Yeah, I prefer banking the 2 ball between the 5 and the 9.
Yeah, me too. It just creates all the distance between shots 1 and 2.
But it's actually a push-out option, so she decided to pass it back to Linda. And let's see what Linda was thinking. What was her plan all along? And I believe she's sizing up to the left side of the 2 to do exactly what we discussed. Or she played a 2-way, trying to bank the 2 ball in. Get there. I thought she'd hit a little thicker to guarantee she doesn't leave it by the corner pocket. Although there's a piece of the 8 blocking the 2 ball, I think Briana can still play it off the rail, back cutting it in, or just sneak past the 8 to pocket it. Yep, there is enough past it. Watch out, 4 ball. She's all right. Good hold. Perfect angle on the 4 ball. Plenty to get back down table. That was a very nice read and decision to go off the long rail to get a nice line between a 5 and a 9. That's a girl that knows her diamonds.
And guys, I want to thank you all for staying up late with us tonight. We're going to finish this tournament tonight. It's not going to go to second day or anything like that. 1 o'clock. As soon as this matchup's over, we'll get right into the finals. Nice shot by Briana there to get back online there on the 8. Just going to float over for the 9 in the same pocket. Briana Miller takes a 3-0 lead here and a race to 5. She also gets the break here, so rack number 4 will be her breaking. In case you just tuned in, my name is Frank Maialetti, owner of PA Pro-Am Pool. I'm joined here with Ed Ladawi, Sandcastle Billiards, bringing you a nice stream here.
Yep, thank you very much for inviting me out here, Frank.
No problem.
Appreciate it, having me tonight.
Jed Miller, yes, this will be it is billed as a double elimination. I usually let the 2 finalists decide if they want to change to a longer format or go with the true double elimination. I try to push the double elimination. If they don't want to do it, that's up to them.
I'll tell you one thing, Frank. As a player, if I'm undefeated, you're beating me twice.
Yeah, you're beating me twice. Absolutely.
It's survival of the fittest. So long as the establishment and tournament director are okay with that.
Yeah.
So just gonna put this 1 ball behind the 5 area. It's enough. It'll do the job. Nicely done. I don't believe that there's enough lane between the 2 and the 7. So Linda will be kicking off the long rail.
Yeah, like I love Linda, but I think she made a mistake in that Maryland State tournament by extending the race versus
Yeah.
getting beat twice.
Right. Well, she did try to squeeze between them, but she caught the 3 on the way in. Ball in hand. To Briana Miller. Yeah, I agree with you. Although I was biased, I love Linda. Shea, I've known her for years.
Yeah.
But I've been working with Alyssa, coaching her, and I was happy that Linda made that decision. I was like, okay.
I think it had to do with time.
It was, of course, there was a big time constraint. It was late. They did extend it a few more racks to make the extended race, but you know what? On second thought, if you factor in, I hate to say it this way, but if you factor in the late hours and the age difference, as we get older, we can hang as late. So Linda Shea with a couple decades on Alyssa, maybe she figured the shorter race, just take her out with the one set because she won't be able to last 2 sets.
Yeah, I definitely
Could have been the thinking.
I definitely think the fatigue factor was there for her.
Mm-hmm. I know I can't play 12 hours anymore, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely not.
So we're going on, 18 hours now?
Yeah, about that.
That might require 2 naps in between sets for me. Now, she hit that nice and smooth, but as we were mentioning, that fatigue, the eyes are starting to go, the stance is getting a little lazy, the body's wearing down a bit. So Briana has not been in her best form these last 2 sets. She was able to pull it together in the second half of last set against Nicole, but it's starting to bother her here. Although she's up 3-0.
Oh.
She's a little comfortable. Linda Shea still has literally an uphill battle. Out of line on the 9 ball, but let's see if he plays this at speed to play the side. Nicely splits the pocket. She's actually very good at that shot. She's been finding herself in that position all night tonight and splitting the side pocket on those. So not a bad shot, actually, to have, when you're out of line. But just make sure you play the speed so that if you miss, you send it up table to the short rail. Not leave it hanging in the corner for your opponent. Well, that puts Linda Shea up on the board, trailing 1-3. A race to 5 alternate break format keeps Linda at the table. I had a nice crowd here earlier, Frank, with these with the last match. You had a full crowd of spectators, full players that were all huddled around watching, and some casual players that were here in the room drifted over to see what was going on and check it out.
The one girl asked if she should get. She asked what kind of tournament this was. I said the Pro-Am tournament. And she goes, who's winning? I said the girl sitting down's in the finals there. Do you think I should go get her autograph? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. All players are friendly enough, especially when not in a match.
Yeah.
They're happy to appease. They'll feel honored, I'm sure. Nice clean shot on the 1 ball. Holds the cue ball well. Natural angle off the 2 to the 3, coming off the long rail on the right side of your screen, back to the center of the table for a combination on the 3-5. Oh, kind of forced that wild, steering the cue along the way. Could have just gone naturally above the 6 ball and back out a little further away, but unless she was trying to sneak behind the 4 for the 3-9 combination, figuring she was going to be forced to shoot a 9 ball. I mean, to shoot a combination, it might as well be at the 9 ball. And now she's called the 9 ball on the kick combo, just in case she happens to sneak in there tight behind the 4 and pocket that 9. Nice, good, solid, clean hit on a 3-ball, but look
Good
at
one.
this. It's going to sit pretty by the side. However, fortunate roll gets her on the other side of that 6-ball we mentioned earlier.
Briana jumps very well, so instinctively she probably already grabbed the jump too. Oh no, she's going for it.
There may be enough of a lane. She's going for the combination on the 9-ball. Sneaking behind the 6. Back cutting the 3-ball. Now the contact point on the 3 is just by the point, so if she follows this, she should be safe from the scratch, no problem. 3-9 combination. Attempt. Too full. But look at this.
Look at the return.
Cue ball safely tucked behind the
Wow.
7. Fortunate roll there for Briana. Unfortunate for Linda Shea.
Yeah, she waved on her way back to her seat.
Yeah, we were discussing that earlier, Alyssa and I, about the gestures of apologizing for getting lucky, and
Yeah.
some people agree with that, some people don't. Say, hey, it's a competition, you know. We're not here to, pat each other with or coach each other with mittens, kitty gloves. It's a competition. It happens. Accept it. Go with it. Besides, it goes evenly both ways. We just remember when it goes against us.
Yeah. I think a lot of times it comes down to it's just a sign of respect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's courtesy. We know we got lucky. Absolutely.
So this matchup here is for third place, and our sponsor, Integrity Cues, added money for first, second, and third. So on top of the tournament money and the side pot money, there's going to be a third additional revenue money for the players who come in the first 3 spots.
Now, there's not a lot of room between that 7 and a 9. Let's see what Briana does here. If she just settles for the long shot, thinner cut on the 7. Or does she try to draw back to whereabouts she is for the back cut on it?
Strong shot to be able to do that.
Yep. Just roll up, settle for the shot, settle for the long shot. Well done there. Seems there's a lot more room from straight on. We have a little skewed angle. Caddy corner on the table here, so it looked tighter than what it was. Not to discredit, she made a great shot.
Yeah.
But it was a simpler positioning. Briana takes that one down. Commanding lead 4-1 on the hill over Linda Shea here. For those of you just tuning in, you are watching PA Pro-Am. And this is the Bluegrass Women's 9-Ball Open. Starting out with 36 players. Dwindling down to our final 3. This is a semifinals match. Briana Miller and Linda Shea. Briana Miller on the hill. 4 games to 1 in this race to 5 alternate break format. After this, the winner faces off against Tina Malm. She's been warming up on the neighboring table. She's getting ready for battle. Either way, a great finals coming up. Nice solid break. Wing ball goes straight in. 9-ball in the side pocket does not count on the break in this format. That's going to be spotted back up on the table. And look at this beautiful layout with the cue ball and the 1-ball both going up table. Nicely done. Wide open table. No tie-ups here. The only thing stopping Briana from ending this set and advancing into the finals is her discipline and fatigue at this hour. See, she's trying to force that ball,
Yeah,
force a
she
stroke
got
out of
there,
that
but-
one. She just got there enough. She's been struggling with that type of a shot for the last couple of sets. She's rattled the balls out of the pocket, sacrificing the shot to try to get that position, and muscled it more than smooth stroked it, and came out unsuccessful. And then we can see here that unfortunate bump on the 8 ball. Let's see how well she kicks. She's not really taking her time measuring it up here, but let's see. Close.
Oh.
Very close. That was a frustration half focus shot. She didn't really give it on her 100% on that. She's frustrated from patting herself behind the 9. She just guesstimated it. Fortunate enough for her, she has that lead. She can make that mistake, regroup, recover, and even if Linda Shea gets out this rack and prolongs the set, Briana has plenty of chances to close it out.
You definitely want to limit those mistakes, though, especially when it's on your break.
Absolutely. Linda with a nice clean cut shot on the 7 ball. Not easy there. Stay down, hit it nice and smooth. Clean shot. And good speed on the 8 ball. Has a little bit of an angle, shooting the 8 ball in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. You can just hold the cue ball in that area. Oh. Fires it in to the rail and out. Well done, Linda Shea. I think she's on a second wind here, maybe her second wind. And shooting clean now. Nice and smooth to go. Down goes the 9 ball. Linda Shea staying alive, scratching and clawing with everything she's got left in her. No give up on either of these ladies.
No, they're definitely playing their hearts out. Linda, I hate to pull the age into it, but the fact of how long Linda's been playing, just winning and dominating, being on the top end of it.
Well, she's definitely been dominating for a couple decades here. Over a decade, let's say 15 years that I can remember in the women's events.
It's 1:15 in the morning. Linda walked in here at 10:10 this morning.
Mm-hmm.
She's hanging with the best of them.
Yep, she's tough.
Someone probably half her age.
Yeah.
Actually, more than half her
More
age.
than half. Less than half, yep. Yep, absolutely. I mean, we bring the age factor into it because it is a factor. This is a game of endurance, and fatigue does play a part, and you can see, 20-something-year-olds fading after 12 hours, 15 hours. As we mentioned, we're going into 18th hour here. Nice solid break.
Wow.
Wing ball in, 1 ball to the center of the
Really?
rail again. 3 ball drops in the slide.
Oh.
And I'm looking at a thin cut on the right, on the right side of the 1 ball, sending the cue ball back down table. 2 rails behind the 7. That's if Linda can hit it thin enough to just keep it there behind the 5, or at least halfway behind the 5 on the opposite side of where it is now. That will give the cue ball enough speed to go up table, keep the distance, and tough control for a follow-up safety in return. If she can hit it full in the face, stay behind the 5 would be good too. She does.
Just like that.
Yep. I didn't think there was enough room between the 1 and 5 at first, but, as I'm looking at her line up, nice and clean. Distance and tough control for a follow-up safety in return. If she can hit it full in the face, stay behind the 5 would be good too. She does. See how
Just
she
like
bumped
that.
the 5
Yep.
just after hitting the 1. I didn't think there was enough room to sneak by. She brushed it and got behind it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I disqualified that option at first, but there was enough room for it. Nice hit. 2 rails on the 1 ball. Distance between the balls. Does the 7 ball help? It does.
Yeah. She can hit it, just can't really do anything with it.
Ends up kissing the 1 ball second time, and he does leave enough. There's enough room for the 1 to pass the 8. Briana with zigzag position on the 5 ball available to her. Nice shot. Looking to get on the short side of the 6 ball here. High left hand English catches the second rail.
Oh.
Nicely done. Good speed control there. A little bit more would have been preferred, so she doesn't have to have that odd angle at the table for a right-handed player. It's not a factor here. Accepts the natural line going into the 8 ball, knowing that coming off the 8 would put her back in line for the 7. She's looking to be a little bit straighter on the 7, but nice long cut on the 7 is clean. Does the 9 get out of the way? Is there a reward for it? Let's take another look from another angle here.
Yeah, she can get in there.
Yep, there is room. A little space between a 9 and a cue ball. Don't want to be right on top of it. Not an easy cut, but the right shot. Once again, I always recommend using a very high cue ball when cutting the balls. Nice and thin, keeps the cut shot pure. And that shot ends the set. What a shot to come with. Nice and clean to finish it off. Hats off to Linda Shea. Years of domination, and she's still a force to be reckoned with. Taking down 3rd place. It's not first, but it's not bad at all. Hats off to Linda Shea once again in the top 3. Maryland State Open. Runner-up. But coming to you next, Briana now faces off against Tina Malm as she approaches the table here to warm up for the finals. This is a true double elimination, race to 8 in the finals. We'll be back in just a moment. Be sure to share the stream for anyone that's still up. Share it out to your favorite pool groups and all your friends. Both of them.